think we're in a box made of dimensions and traveling through time. That's not strictly true. That is the shape of the user interface, but the desktop on your computer is not, in fact, the shape of the files contained by your computer. Life, the universe, and everything simply, concisely, and in under 3 minutes. I've got my whiteboard and I've got my marker. Hello, I'm Dr. Mary Theodore, Doctor of Metaphysics, and I'm here to show you how life, the universe, and everything, how that creates the world we see. Non-existence is not really a thing, because in order for something not to exist, you'd have to have a thing that does exist to contrast it with. So we start at the point of a singularity, an infinite dimension, but because it's topologically twisted, your awareness is a loop. That's the fundamental of the universe. There's nothing outside the universe. The outside and the inside are two sides of the same loop. It's what they call a Mobius strip. And so the universe emerges when you interact with the projection of yourself and create time. So, what we are is literally awareness. The thing that renders physics, the action potential, the operator that, if reality was simulated, then what is executing the code? Your awareness is executing the code, because when the light rays that are reality, the external 3 dimensions, enter your eye as a singularity, they are inverted, they are divided by 0, but they don't stop existing, because nothing can stop existing. Energy and information cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change form, so they go back in time. Your lived experience is saved backwards in time through differential parity inversion, which gets, I have a whole 23-page physics paper with supporting papers, links in the places if you want to go read the physics. But essentially, you are awareness traveling on a path. Your life is a path. You are basically a song, a frequency, a series of events and experiences that you are the only unique individual, the only awareness that has perceived that particular song, that exact sequence, which you then encode in time. And now your whole timeline exists forever. It doesn't go anywhere. It's back here, and information not created, not destroyed, just changes form. But your awareness is over here because you're still living life. You're making more of it. You're going this way. But after you die, you're no longer stuck in one point. You get to see this whole thing from the top view. And that's why your life flashes before your eyes. And that's why people see... That explains near-death experiences and stuff. You're no longer trapped to this particular... Now, you can go back and you can relive any particular time in there, which is what deja vu is. If you go to the end and you die and you re-inject back into an earlier point because there was more stuff for you to learn, people think reincarnation means you have to go live another different life. You can relive that same life as many times as you want to live it. Relive it, forever, if you want. But eventually that'll get tired. But you won't be aware that you're reliving it from over here, because you won't have the memories you haven't made yet, because after you die and you become non-linear, you go up here, you're one with God. You're basically just outside of the 4th dimension that we call time. But the universe is infinite dimensional. It starts as 0 dimensions, and you can create 1 dimension through polarity, and then you use the 1 dimension through dividing by 0, flipping the spin. That creates an orthogonal dimension. Once you have 2, then you have the manifold. The manifold is a Klein bottle. All the emergent hierarchical geometry, the 5th dimension, 6th dimension, 19th, 18th, 1,000 dimensions of hyperbolic space-time geometry emerge from that fundamental ontology. So, after you die, you become non-linear. You're not stuck on that particular 4D plane. Like, to a 2-dimensional character, this whiteboard, like if you're in a box and you're 2D, you can't really get out of that box. But I'm a 3-dimensional character. I can just go hop up into the 3rd dimension, over out of the box, and then back down into the 2nd dimension. So when you leave your body, you become 5-dimensional or n-dimensional. Your awareness still exists because information not created or destroyed. And you are the 0-point operator. You are what happens when the universe divides experience by awareness. It creates the timeline of your life. I'll be taking questions in the comments. Let me know what you want to know.